bike drive up to the mountains, and then all this beautiful snow and all this beautiful fresh air. I am so glad that I decided to come out here today. I have to pay attention because it's very icy, but oh my goodness, this is beautiful. There's snowmobiles up there. This is like the best feeling ever. I just wish there was a way to like bottle up what this feels like with the cold breeze and the sun. It feels so good, and I am so happy. I have just spent hours out here in a beautiful park. I was not even going to be making an actual video this week. I decided I was feeling a bit overwhelmed with some things going on in life. Things I'm not going to elaborate on, but just things that won't change probably for the next few weeks or months, but are very difficult. And it's going to be fine, but it's hard. And so sometimes when I'm feeling like that, the last thing I feel like doing is creating something, is filming or photographing. It's just not there. I just thought I don't have the energy to do a video. So I thought, okay, I'll just pull out some clips from my last few years of filming and make, you know, a really pretty video and say, have a wonderful week, I'll see you next week. That was my plan. And I did that last night. I made that video. And then at the end of it, I felt inspired, like I inspired myself. It was actually nature that inspired me to say, no, I want to come out and I want to film. And I was rewarded with a really beautiful day. But here's the little clip that I made. Always blown away, though not surprised, when I read the studies that show how spending time in nature can help to relieve the symptoms that come from health issues like heart disease and depression, cancer, anxiety, and attention disorders. The studies always amaze me, but never surprise me, because that's exactly what happens to me when I go out and spend time in nature. Instantly my mood is lifted and I just feel happy again. When I look back on all these little clips of times that I've spent in nature, I'm just grateful and so blown away. I mean, look at it.
may be going on in life, what challenging things may be there, it's unbelievable the power of just walking outside and enjoying this incredibly beautiful world that we live in.
All these fun shadows, but here's what caught my attention. First I thought it was deer tracks, but it's not a deer, so I don't know if it's a fox. Can't tell who would make those little paw prints, and there was no human footprints besides mine, so it's not a dog. And it was coming up here to take a drink, I guess.
I really had to push myself to go out and explore, and I felt like this incredible sunshine was my reward for it. This park is about 45 minutes from where I live, and my entire ride over I kept thinking, you know what, I'm just gonna get coffee and go back home. But I pushed myself, and the moment I got onto the snowy trail and started walking, I just immediately felt happy.
I mean, I've gotten 5 minutes from the parking lot and I've just spent like an hour here because, I mean, but this park is massive. Like, you could spend weeks in here. But it's a problem that I have when I get to parks like this. It's like nature ADHD. I can't stay focused, but we'll see how much farther I can go.
I don't think this is capturing the sparkle I want to capture, but I really love how that leaf looks like a heart. Just a cute little heart hanging out there. Okay, I thought I was just spotting the most exotic bird, and it's somebody else's drone. Oh, it's so pretty. I still want to go out closer, but it's a great spot to slip right in. That's actually all ice down the rocks there, so I guess this is as close as I'm going.
Oh, I really want to get down to the bottom of the waterfall, but here's how you know that I'm old. I'm more cautious than I am excited, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get down there, but we'll see. It's never worth it to fall and mess yourself up so you can't walk for weeks or months. But hopefully, because like when you get down lower, it's all crystals. But I mean, would I think those crystals were worth having to lay in bed for weeks? Probably not. Or maybe I would. I don't know.
Oh, they're so cool. Ultimately, I decided to go ahead and head on down the trail because, I mean, a frozen waterfall is something you don't want to miss.
Did it. I made it down the slippery mountain, and going back up is less scary, so I am still need to pay attention, but I am very glad that I did it. And I probably should wait to film this portion of saying I'm really glad it was worth it, until I'm at the top, safe and sound. But I'm gonna make it up there. I feel good about it, but oh my goodness. I hear it's supposed to be very snowy in February. So, wait, it is February. So this month. And I just slipped, so I'm gonna pay attention now. But I will say this, next time I come back, which will be soon, I'm definitely gonna have the little spikes on my shoes because it would be worth it. It is a little scary because this is just snow on top of ice going up a big hill. We haven't had sun like this in weeks. And as I say that, it's starting to go away. Don't go away, sun. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It feels so good. How fun would it be to ice skate on this lake? I would love it. Yeah, today's not the day. I haven't been to this park in so long. I used to come here before I moved to the area, which is almost 10 years ago now. But before I moved to the area, I would come here every time we'd come up and visit. And it was always a super beautiful park. But definitely not, I don't know what the right word is, discovered, I guess. Like it was a local's favorite. And every year I noticed since I've lived here, them building more and paving more and putting in more parking lots and just more and more and more. And now it's probably been 2 years since I've been here because in the summer it's so crowded that like it's just, to me, that's not fun. Like I don't want to be in crowds in nature. Like it almost feels like Disney World up here, even though I've never actually been to Disney World. So but it's how I imagine Disney World would be, just people everywhere. And I like to come and be in nature, to be in nature. So I started off on the lower level of the park. No one was down there and it was so beautiful. I mean, this park goes on forever and ever and ever. So all you have to do to avoid the people is just hit up a really long trail because usually people stick to the loop that's closest to the parking lot. But I mean, you can hit trails that are really long, 10, 20 miles long. I don't do that in the winter just because I don't want to die on the side of a mountain in the winter and I don't have the proper gear for that. So, but it's been a few years since I've been here and I drove up and sure enough, there's now a giant visitor center up here, which I didn't know was here. And it's making me sad. So I'm trying to not feel sad. I'm trying to just feel happy that there's so many people that want to enjoy nature. And I can only imagine what it feels like for the people who have lived here for decades and decades or their whole lives, watching it change. Because I've watched the Hudson Valley change just in 10 years, how it's been developed and how the parks are being recreationalized. I don't know if that's a word, but it feels less and less about nature and more about like vending machines and hot dog trucks and just, I don't know. It's making me a little sad. And multiple areas that I used to go and swim in are now closed. You can't even access the lakes because they were ruined by people just overcrowding. And I mean, I have mixed feelings because it is so nice that people, especially with COVID, like people wanted to start going outside and enjoying nature. It's just that with that comes a lot more trash and then a lot more just like it feels like a suburban strip mall parking lot up here now instead of like the park. It was one tiny little dirt lot. That was all that was here. And it was just really special, but it's still special. And I would still encourage you, if you've never been here, to come because it's beautiful and you wouldn't know what to compare it to. So you would probably just think, how convenient that there's a visitor center. But here comes some loud trucks. So you know how I know my little Charlie really, really doesn't feel good at all? It's because he's cuddling with me. There he is. He is not a little cuddler. It's just not his thing. He never has been. He's getting a little bit better with it. Like he'll let me do it now. But my last Chihuahua just wanted to be held and cuddled nonstop. He likes his own space, which is fine. I'm learning to respect that. But the fact that he just wants to be cuddled. Oh. Okay, he wants a phone call though.
I had to take an unexpected trip this last week, so no work got done in or around the cottage, but a new window was put in the bedroom, so that is very exciting. Wherever you happen to be in the world, whatever season it may be, and whatever it is you may be going through in life, I sincerely hope with all my heart that you'll get some time in the next few days to go outside and enjoy everything our beautiful world has to offer. Thank you so much for being here and watching.